All animals belong to Mother. It is she who births them, she who tends them while they're young, she who escorts their passage to the beyond. She plays few favorites. If one of her flock is unworthy of survival, it will fade into time. What lives will die. What procreates will live again. When feral cats and foxes eat each other's young, Mother is satisfied. It will make each species stronger.
Hello, Dungeon fans. It's the Liching Hour. I'm Kevin from Level 9, and tonight on Tales from the Dungeon, it's the Apocrypha Adventure Card Game, and our mission is the truth about cats and dogs. When we last left our heroes, Evangeline and Savannah, they had spent a wild night chasing down living topiary and ending with a climax of facing a living bush woman man-trap, a Venus man-trap, who had literally trapped a man named Michael, who was Imogene's. Actually, let me back up. So, our heroines had found themselves visiting an old friend of Evangeline's, Imogene. What was her last name? Imogene, the esteemed Imogen Cassenberry, older lady that Evangeline had helped her husband pass many years ago. Imogen had reached out to Evangeline. Evangeline and Savannah came out of hiding to come stay with her. Well, they're still in hiding. They're hiding with her. And Imogen had taken Evangeline aside and whispered about her swearing the topiary had come alive in the last few nights. Large, and we're talking large animals. If you ever read the original Shining, the book, then you know what I'm talking about. But it's animals, bush animals. Hey, Last War Poodle, thanks for joining us. Hedges, animal hedges, everything from giraffes to elephants to bears had started coming alive. And the neighborhood that they're currently in New Orleans, a very more upscale neighborhood, very large lawns, and the kind of lawns that are big enough to house said types of animals. Thank you for the bits. Cheering for the dogs. Oh, good that you're cheering for the dogs, because we got a dog that needs some cheering tonight. Anyway, she had seen these things, could swore. And Evangeline didn't think Imogen was crazy, and turns out she wasn't. Her, Imogen's house butler of sorts, Michael, had disappeared the night before, and that was the driving factor for Evangeline and Savannah to go out that night to look for him. And sure enough, they found not only the moving topiary, but the Venus man-trap who had trapped. Now, Evangeline and Savannah came back early morning with Michael. Michael didn't remember a whole lot. They immediately went to sleep, slept for pretty much the whole day and the next night. Savannah woke up with a cat on her chest. Now, I'd said that Imogen had tons and tons of animals. Uh-oh. Why is it saying my OBS disconnected? Okay. Imogen Cassenberry, widow, lives in a mansion, has tons and tons of animals. Cats, dogs, some ducks, a couple pigs, largish pigs too. Not like full-grown farm pigs, but not the little tiny petite ones either. Like a little good-sized one. She fed them well. It's important, and I'll tell you why in a minute. But she has tons of animals, and Savannah hadn't really had a lot of experience with animals before. She woke up, and there's cats on her chest, and they just stare at each other. And for some reason, Savannah feels like they just stare at each other and stare. and it goes on for like an hour. And there's this huge connection between the cat and Savannah. It's just we can't even explain it, how they kind of hey, last War Poodle, did I disappear for a minute? Because OBS is telling me I disconnected. Sorry about that. You haven't missed much. Savannah woke up with a cat in her chest. She's staring at the cat staring at her. There's a connection there. And part of me, it's a lot of different levels. One level is there's not a lot of thought going on. Savannah she realizes she doesn't think a whole lot. She lives very much in the moment, just like a cat. Weird keeps repeating Venus Mantrap over and over. Did they audio skip or something? Or are you just messing with me? What's up, Precious Paul? How's it going, brother? So, meanwhile, Evangeline's having breakfast with Imogene, and they're kind of with hushed tones, even though they're alone in the mansion. Evangelina describes the things that happened that night to let Imogene know that she was not crazy. Evangeline feels good to talk to her about it. She feels like maybe she shouldn't probably go this far, but Imogene's taking it all pretty well. And Imogene's not a dumb lady, and she's noticed things in the news, like the diseases that had popped up in the East Coast, and some weird things that have been going on in Las Vegas. And so Evangeline kind of glosses over, said she knows that there's something going on around here, and she's here to help. And she doesn't know much about what's going on in those other places, but yes, the world is getting just a little bit crazier. Oh, right on. 100 bits! Thank you, sir. Thank you. I did. The Nolans Podle. It's Podle. So, while they're having this conversation, Imogene goes, I have something came in the mail for you yesterday. And she brings her a tube, sealed, almost feels metallic. It's like more than just cardboard. Evangeline opens it up and takes out a rolled, feels like an older scroll. And she opens it up, and it's and there's a little note attached. And the note's from Hammerman. Yes. Thank you for coming to protect me, Hammerman. What are you gonna do to protect me? You've been sent here from the future? Hell yeah. I knew I wasn't crazy. The note said that I think you may need this. Don't trust nature. Trust or don't trust nature. Something along those lines. It's a hurried script, but it's signed Zeus, which immediately makes Evangeline remember a small bit of her dream that she'd had the other night, where she had seen Zeus, and his eyes had been like suns, and something had been very different, and he had almost been saying goodbye. Awesome. Yep. Begin to yeet. Be prepared to yeet. And if we remember, Zeus and Sam had joined Gabriella and Frank in Las Vegas to gather up the remaining contracts that had been stolen from Aberloman, the demon. And all these contracts were the other Novum's contracts, all the leaders of these different factions of creatures and people. And he had sent her what he said is Mother Gaia's contract, who is a Novum who controls nature. And so that contract, and we got a little bit of blurb here, it comes with an enduring fragment, which she's going to take and slot. It reads, it's the conference room. Layers of glass walls stand between you and the boardroom, the gray-suited, glad-handing executives smiling and shuffling contracts. Beside the door, the creature watches you, part crocodile, part behemoth, part great cat, all-knowing eyes and endless maw, its belly never full enough of souls. Good thing they come cheaply. There's a little nasty foreshadowing here. Now, so Zeus sent her this contract to help her with some kind of leverage and whatever's to come with the Mother Gaia's kind of whatever plan she's bringing along. However, it's actually going to hurt her a little bit because we are choosing the path of appeasing. Evangeline and Savannah are going to try to play nice with Mother Gaia. And because of that, one of the stipulations of that is anytime you play an animus gift, so anytime she plays a gift to hers that's green, she's going to have to raise the cost of playing that by 1. Well, this little card here makes all her gifts animus gifts. So it's actually going to, Zeus's little gift is actually going to make the game a little tougher for Evangeline in order to appease Mother Gaia. Now, we could go oppose, but Evangeline and Savannah and Imogene, they're kind of... Evangeline has spent her whole life putting people, helping people cross over into the right place when they die. And Savannah has just went on a rampage against humans who are causing terrible things. They're not in the right place emotionally or intellectually to wage a war against animals in nature. It's not kind of in their kind of their psyche right now. So they're going to be moving forward, especially now because as Evangeline and Imogene are having this conversation, there's an uproar coming from another room in the house. Crazy, just animals going nuts, and Imogene goes, "Oh dear, they're up to it again!" And they run out into the room, and one of the dogs that's one of the most friendlier ones, big sheepdog, he lets out a hurt howl, and he goes bolting out the door, and after him are the 2 pigs. They're just going. They got like these crazy wild eyes, they're like coming squealing and coming after him and chase him. And he goes, and Imogene's yelling, "No, no! We need a name for the dog." Oh, geez. Jesse, no, Jesse! And he storms out of the door. He just goes barreling out of the door, and the pigs are after him. And Evangeline notices the pigs have looks like one of them has a little bit of blood in its mouth, and they go running after it. And they go running up, and Evangeline looks around as Imogene goes running out the door after the 2 pigs and the dog. She looks around and she sees all the other animals. There's a couple of cats and the duck. There's a dead duck, and then there's a couple cats hiding underneath a couch, and one of them's looking at her and it looks obviously scared. Another one's looking at her and it doesn't look scared, and it kind of slinks back in the darkness as she's watching. She's not necessarily a cat person. Evangeline isn't. Yes, Savannah's definitely a cat person, but she goes over to look at the duck, and it looks like its neck had been snapped. Imogene comes back in and she goes, they disappeared. I don't know what's going on. They've been like this since yesterday. And Evangeline said, "When yesterday?" And she was like, "Yesterday morning after you 2 got back." So Evangeline wakes up Savannah. Well, Savannah comes down after hearing the shit that just happened. And they all go out and they can't find, the dog's gone, and so are the pigs. Not sure what's exactly is going on. But for the rest of the day, the cats, the dogs, all the other animals are like disappeared. Every now and then, Evangeline will see a cat, like the one that she saw underneath the couch. They kind of looked at her like almost like she's prey. She sees that like out of the corner of her eye in the darkness, and then it fades off. The ducks are gone. Imogene, as the day goes on, gets more and more upset and kind of and intense, and to the point where Evangeline and Savannah are like, "Okay, you know what? We're gonna go out and we're gonna find Jesse. We're gonna find these pigs. We're gonna figure out what's going on." When she has a second, Evangeline talks to Savannah, and she tells her like, I think we're dealing with the novum that with Mother Gaia, a novum who is kind of controls everything from weather to animals. It could be anything around us that isn't human or demonic or supernatural. Any of that stuff should be her domain, I believe. None of these saints are experts on Ars Novum. They only know a little bit here and there. Evangeline spent most of her life just helping people cross over, and so she's not an expert. But Zeus was the one who was collecting as much as he could to help them. So what she's honestly thinking that, okay, so something is going on here. We're not quite sure with the animals, but it's part of what's going on. So our mission tonight is we're gonna start them off late afternoon, going out into the neighborhood. We'll start with a back alley, looking for Jesse, and the mission's called "The Truth About Cats and Dogs." Nothing too complicated with it. Let's see. I don't think I need anything else to start. We're ready to go. And we'll start with Evangeline. I feel like I'm missing something. Let's see what Evangeline's got. She's got herself a pink taser, sparks, phylactery, Mondrian cell, mystic portal, and a Sepiclean journal. A Sepiclean. Okay, a journal. They do go out with the intent of just trying to help Imogen and help these animals and get them back. That's their whatever. Evangeline's thought is the Mother Gaia is riling up everything in the area, and that's it. Like, she's just riling, and that's why the pigs went on that rampage. Maybe, well, she doesn't want to do any more guessing. That's about it. Okay, first hour of the night. Omen of Hope. Well, that's good. Proliferation. I don't think I've seen this one before. Heal one card from your berry pile, then flip your... Oh, wow. Okay. That's awesome, but I don't got anything in my berry pile right now. We're going to flip this sucker over. It is daylight. It's the golden hour between 4 and 6, where it's kind of orangish out as they go looking around the alleys between these mansions, if there are alleys between mansions. Actually, it's a suburb in the city, so these are alleys this is the area between the little gray area between the shops and that kind of stuff, and in the neighborhood itself. All right, so support. If you examine a threat, you may draw one card. Evangeline, she has something. Oh, she does. She has an enduring fragment called the Reassembly, where if we start in an Animus mission, she can examine one. If it's Animus card, she can heal one. If not, recycle one. I'm not going to do that because I don't got anything to heal. We're just going to go ahead and go. Geofence. Alright. This is a gift. We're going to roll to see if she... Let's see, what does it do? A symbol versus an Animus card. Recycle, add 2 bonus dice. That's pretty hot, actually. Maybe we want to try to get that. Her mind is better than her body. So I could do mind and then... Oh, okay. I'm going to boost my mind with a mystic portal. Boost my mind with a mystic portal. Boost my... Scooby-Doo guys. Exactly. No, totally. And then she has Conjure. This is Conjure. She has Conjure 2, so that's pretty badass. All right, let's do this. But that sucks. I should have mutated it. 6. The best I've got is 8, 11. Okay. I think this would be pretty helpful. I'm going to... She's going to play... Hold on a second. We're going to keep these 3, and I'll tell you why in just a second. We're going to use the phylactery. During Evaluate, I can discard this to flip 1 die. Flipping means this right here. And boom. So as they're so they go out behind the house, behind the house. They start combing the neighborhood. They find themselves in these alleys behind the homes, some of the homes, and one of the homes, as they're going by, doesn't have a fence. Most of them have fences that are like 6 feet high. This one doesn't have a fence, and as Evangeline's walking by, she notices some electrical something hanging up out of the ground. She's not gonna pull this whole thing out. She knows what it is, though. Yeah, that it's a fence for keeping animals out, or in, rather, an invisible fence. Yeah, we're gonna say she takes this thing out of the ground with the intent of telling the owner that it's broken because the yard's pretty big, but kind of pocketing it anyway. Maybe it'll come in helpful later, or maybe I'll realize what exactly it is later. All right, so we got that, and then I don't have any more. She doesn't have any more omens, so we're gonna pass to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're gonna pass to Savannah. Savannah, she has 2 omens of doom, 3 omens of doom: feral instinct, a wave of mutation, murder board, and a phylactery. And yes, this is definitely a reference to wave of mutilation. Okay. Here, Jesse. Oh, God. Okay. Lots of doom. All right. Curiosity. Flip of the doom. Cannot play powers to avoid. Gifts. All right, hold on. So I got to remember, Evangeline had to raise the cost of these gifts because these 2 that she played, they're animus gifts, and she had to raise the cost of them by 1, which means shit. Maybe I shouldn't have did this, but this card, raising the cost of it by 1 means, oh gosh, so good. Okay, so get this. So raising the cost of this by 1 means that this card I'd have to sacrifice. Oh, I'd have to bury it. Bury it's next. However, when you play a holy gift, she gets to lower the cost by 1, so that cancels that out because this is a holy gift. So that's good. And then, however, it's not for this. She bury it boosted, so she's got to bury that. All right. Now she has a card she could heal from bury. Bury. All right. What are we doing here? Savannah. Savannah does not have that handicap. Do we want this muscle memory? What does it do? It lets you re-roll a body or rage die. It's not that great. But she gets 3 souls, so we're gonna roll just the 3 soul and see if she gets it. What up, liches? Leader of the Iron Heads. What is up, Dustin? Soldier. Wow, looks like we got some muscle memory. So Savannah feels good out walking. They start walking the neighborhood the night before the rest, and then the night before has her kind of primed. Like they've spent the last 3 weeks in hiding from all the shit that went down to the CDC. So they've been laying around in hotel rooms, not doing anything. And that night, the other night, when they got to go out and face the top raid, no matter how fucked up it was, it's got her ready, and that's what this card's going to represent. And then we are going to, I think she's going to play another omen to go again. All right, we're going to do feral instinct. Raise the cost of mind or tool gifts by 1. Murder board. Murder. See, these aren't that great because we're not going to be assembling using rage, because that's another thing with the whole appeasing. We can't target rage in anything that we do. Just versus animus threats. Nice. I never played werewolf or vampire, to be exact, for that matter, or masquerade. I mean, yep, that's great. Yeah, living the dream. Um, that's a long time. I'm just gonna. I mean, extra card isn't gonna hurt. I'll just go ahead and roll. She's got 3 body. Maybe she'll get 10. Jeez. Okay. Yeah. I guess we. So as she's walking by this other yard, has a fence, but it's old and broken down. There's a piece that's sticking out into the alley, and Savannah pulls it off because it's kind of dangerous the way it's sticking out. It's got nails in it and shit. She pulls it off and then looks around for where to put it, and then decides to just kind of carry it with her. Murder board. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. Well, she's collecting another card, so I might as well play another. Here we go. Extravagance. If this is a gift, she is avoiding it. Oh, it's not a gift, all right. So as she tears that board off the gate, the fence, it bangs a one next to it that falls down too, and she moves that. And when she looks, the yard beyond that is like tall grass, like much taller than it's obviously not been kept up at all. We're talking like 3 foot tall, and the house is just. Obviously, nobody lives there anymore. Or if they do, it's really a bad situation. It's right on. Is that gonna be on screen on stream? Are you streaming a LARP? You LARPing it up on stream? Because that'd be cool. Oh yeah. You gonna let us know when that is? Oh no, not LARP. Okay. Oh, you're saying you've LARPed. Okay, I got you. Anyway, the house is in shambles, and as she's looking up in the house, suddenly the grass parts, and there's someone looking out at the grass. She just sees white fingers and a head come out, and when she's out of her corner, she looks back down, and it pulls back, but it pulls back really slow, like, into the grass. And Evangeline's like, what's going on? Had stopped, and she's like, is everything all right? And Savannah's got like chills up or down her spine, and like all over. She feels like one big goosebump, and she's like, no. And she goes to point, and suddenly she feels closer to the grass than she was. So close that out of the grass, this white hand comes out and is almost touching her. And we're gonna roll. It reaches for her from the grass. That's a cool 1-sentence horror story. All right. But soul or rage. Now, this. Hit it with the murder board. We're going to rage out because we don't have to worry about rage on this sucker. This is not an animus threat. She's going to play that sucker, and she has strike here. And she got to trash the highest die, so she got to make sure we don't mess this up. I'm going to recycle the other murder board she has in her hand to add 1 rage die. And I mean she's gonna get 10, right? I mean, how? Yeah, we're gonna try it out. We're not gonna. What up, Z Damon? That's all right, buddy. Lurk it up. Shit. Okay. All right. She has to trash the highest die. That's 5, 6, 7. There's our 7. We need to 10. That muscle memory she picked up when you during evaluate, which is what we're doing right now, she can discard it to re-roll 1 body or rage die. We're going to re-roll this 2. Yeah. And see how that goes. That's a 6. That's a 9 to 10, 11. All right, so remember how we said she was ready? She was ready. She needed to be. Even though she's like one big goosebump, this hand coming out, and it feels like she's a bit closer. She's just hitting. She just starts smacking everywhere in the grass. She just gets in that grass, and this thing was, yeah, it wasn't as much of a spirit as it thought it was. And all Evangeline sees is suddenly Savannah leaps into the grass, or leaps into the fence, the yard. Evangeline runs over, and by the time she gets back, she just sees Savannah like just hitting something in the middle of this grass. She reaches in, she grabs her and pulls her out. And as she pulls out, she hears this, she can feel it. This wave of cold hits her, and she gets the goosebumps too, but it rolls up through her and then out of her head and goes up. And she knows that feeling. She's felt that feeling a million times throughout her life. That was the feeling of a soul leaving and going to a better place. So this was a discard. This was a recycle. So that's cool. And that was a discard. So, and Savannah's like, feeling good, feeling ready. All right, let's go. They both look at the house and they're like, let's go. Not into the house. Let's get the fuck away from here. We did not lose, so that's done. That was not a gift, so we're done. All right, we're done with Savannah. She's gonna draw up to her 6. We're back over Evangeline. Omen of Hope. Recollection. Alright, this is the only one she's got, so she's got to play this. You may reload 1 random card from your discard pile, then flip your Nexus to Hope and investigate it. I only have 1, so I'm going to reload that on top of my deck, and then we're going to flip this sucker over. I'm going to use this fragment where I get to examine one, and it's a threat. Wait, if it's Animus or Skinwalker, then heal 1. If not, they recycle 1 card. I gotta recycle a card. Okay, hold on. Well, what was that? That was a Tie Snakes. 11. Rage. We're gonna keep the rage. We're gonna recycle this. But because I did this and I examined a threat, I get to draw a card. So recycle 1, I draw 1, which is the phylactery that I just put from the discard pile. It's a cool little thing. And then they turn to leave. But Savannah's little kerfuffle in the grass the lost soul wasn't the only thing hiding in that grass. This is a tie snake, so it's like it's a snake head at both ends comes, and this one's larger, it's bigger. It hears the thrashing. It's excited. It comes in, and as Evangeline takes Savannah, and she's like, "Let's go," like that. And as she's doing that, it comes out of the bushes behind her and goes to strike. We're gonna use rage. Tase this sucker. If it wasn't for her instincts, a little bit of a saint tingle, this thing would have had her, because she turns as it's coming out of the bush, both its heads, but she has enough time to pull. She had pulled her without realizing. She had pulled her taser when she ran over to help Savannah, and still in her hands. Do I want to get rid of the pink taser, or do I want to just boost my rage? Rage is 2. Then I'd boost it with 3. And then she has strike for 1. So that's not bad for 11. She has some other things she can do. Do we want to mutate it? I feel like the rolls have been kind of iffy. Maybe we... Well, no, we can't. We can't mutate Rage because Savannah can't help with Rage because her Rage is at the bottom. She can only help herself with Rage. Mr. Anderson. I think that's it. I think we're gonna have to do it like this. We're gonna have to do it like this. Hold up. Wait a minute. She has this enduring fragment. A symbol versus a resist threat. Boop, boop, boop. Add 1 bonus die. If it's deathless, it is not. If it's an animus. Hold up. She's going to have to bury that. I'm going to remember that. She's going to have to bury that sucker. Maybe I should just discard it since she's got it buried. Nah. I mean, I might as well because, no. Yeah, might as well. Screw it. We're going to sacrifice this sucker. Alright, we're going to sacrifice this. Add 2. She has 1 strike. I have that fragment. Lets me add another bonus because it's a resist threat. Now we're looking at 6 dice. Let's do it. Come back here. Now we're talking. That is 11 right there, ladies and gentlemen. She doesn't realize it's 2 parts of the same snake until the taser hits it, the one head, and both heads go thrashing in the bushes. She just keeps hitting until it just like flops, and then she could tell she's just electricity is flowing through a dead or completely unconscious creature. Savannah comes up and makes sure it's dead though. After it stops and she pulls the taser off, she just bashes its heads in. And are we going to be able... Is this house going to let us go? Let's see. 6. On to Savannah. Oh, look at that. Omen of hope. Do I want to? Oh, you know what I didn't realize about this? So the very start of a return, Evangeline can have somebody, herself or somebody else, examine one. And if it's Animus or Skinwalker, they can heal. If not, they can recycle. Good to know. And knowing is half the fucking battle. Alright. I wanna get rid of this other Omen of Doom, so we're gonna play it. Frailty. This is a weird one. And evaluate trash dice showing a number lower than your saint's value in the target virtue. That's not confusing. Oh, that means this flips. Mooks. Hey, what you doing around the old medicine house? Huh? They hear the voices say, and they flip around. These 3 dudes just kind of walking through the alley. What you ladies doing? You see something in there that's interesting to you? Apparently these guys, unbeknownst to Evangeline and Savannah, I have been known to use the house and the broken down house that no one knows about to smoke various things and do various things and consider it kind of their home base. And they were coming back. They were actually coming to visit it when they found Savannah and Evangeline, the back. Of course, Savannah had already kicked the 2-headed snake thing back into the bushes, so they didn't see that. Let's see. Initiate, must confront a copy of this threat. That means Savannah and Evangeline both have to take out a dude. Take out a dude somehow. Either raging or bodying. And this is Savannah first, so... no. Yes, no. Well, that's pretty cool. Alright, so if she uses this Trank Bone Saw... if she wins versus a threat, she wins, she gets to heal this. Oh, wait. That's not... Okay. She wouldn't use it for the fight. If she does, she can heal 3 body and or rage gift. That's exactly what she's got in her graveyard. So that would be very helpful. So I think we might be using that. But I need to... Alright, fuck it. Alright, so her rage is 3. She's going to use that just to discard to boost her rage. This is Savannah. Savannah, they turn, and when Savannah turns and looks at him, maybe she's got a flick of blood on her face. Or maybe she's just got... Well, there ain't no maybe. Savannah doesn't look so good. Savannah had some really bad plastic surgery before she was captured and then experimented on by the physicians. So she's a little different looking, and it kind of you can tell that in their eyes when she turns to them. Whoa, the fuck's wrong with you, lady? Is what one says, which doesn't make her very happy. So she's a lady of very few words nowadays. So she just marches right up, and she's gonna grab this person by the face, and she's gonna slam him against the fence. That's the only thing her heart tells her to do right now. Okay, so she boosted rage. She does not have charm, but the card she's playing here, hack, no, conjure, no, wicked, no. So 4 to get 11 on 3. What else has she got here? She can use a phylactery to flip 1 die, so that's not bad. I wonder if we should mutate. No, I don't want to make these guys any stronger than they are. Screw it. Alright. Oh, she does have this. How specific is this one? Play the Mind Gift, Quintessence, or the Rage Gift, Wave of Mutation. Lower the cost by 2. That means discard is now recycle, reload. It's going to go on top of her deck. So that's good. Good to know. Okay. Okie dokie. Yeah. So everything goes as according to plan. This guy's going, what the fuck is wrong with you? Oh my god! And she's grabbed him by the face. He didn't expect this, right? They weren't ready to fight. I mean, they're ladies, right? These kind of guys. She definitely didn't expect her to grab his face and then slam him into the fence, which means Evangeline knows that she's got to do something now. There's two of them. Let's see what she's gonna do. This is gonna go first. This is gonna go on top, and then she draws this bone saw. She being Savannah. Sorry, Savannah smashes this guy up against the fence, and then she draws his bone saw and puts it to his throat. She's had it tucked back and behind her in her pants, and I don't know how this heals her, but it's going to heal her, and I'm going to definitely take advantage of that. So we're going to heal these 2 cards. All right. Word. Awesome. That was a discard. Okay. Now it's Savannah. So, I mean Evangeline. Evangeline, what are you going to do? You're going to rage out on these guys? I think she's got a bone saw of her own. I think part of Evangeline has woken. Savannah has woken up a part of Evangeline. Evangeline didn't really know she had, but doesn't feel out of place. Evangeline's always been a soldier. She always had a very practical viewpoint of things, and she just had always been using that kind of energy for making sure everybody, if they died, anybody she came in contact, if they died, they didn't go become something more than they should be, than go in the dark place rather than light. But she had never had a chance to really explore the other side of her, which was a you're not gonna fuck with me and my own kind of side. And Savannah, her just like hardcore focused, we're gonna very samurai like kind of thing, eventually kind of connects with, and has been continuously surprising herself being able to pull that kind of shit out with just having Savannah take like one little lead and like this. And she sees Savannah draw her bone saw, and she has one too. She's gonna use it to scare the other two away though. She's not gonna like throw it up against anybody's throats. She's gonna just draw it. Okay. Her rage is 2. She has charm. And I think she can't. Dang, we can't use. Is that a resist threat? Aha. Check this out. This is great. This so fits everything we're just trying to do. A symbol versus a threat using rage. That's what we're doing. Bury 1 gift, add 2 mind dice. We're going to bury the... No, that's useful. We're going to bury the sparks. We're going to bury this card, which is everything I talked about, her connection with Savannah. That's what that card represents. That's going to go buried now, meaning it's like it came, it played. I can't play the rest of the game, but she still has it. That's to add 2 mind dice. This is her mind fucking the dudes. The mooks. Sorry. Mooks sounds like doesn't sound like a good word. It sounds like a insensitive word. I'd rather say goons. Right, I don't think we have anything else. I think it's 5. Okay. They're gone. Left their friend. The one friend goes, starts whining when he sees his friend's gone. Pisses. Evangeline smells the piss as he's pissing his pants. That was a discard. It's an animus gift, so it's buried. Shit, man. This whole animus thing's terrible. She's buried 3 cards now. God. All right. I don't remember what she rolled. I don't remember. In the heat of the moment. All right. Mooks. Gone. That was Savannah's turn. She's got to still. So Savannah lets go of the dude, and he like whimpers and turns and runs as fast as he can. He's out. He's gone. Okay. Do I need that full screen? I guess, yeah, sure. Right. And it, yeah. I really like this Omen of Hope. I think I'm going to hold on to it. Savannah's going to pass her turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Over to Evangeline. Feral Instinct. Well, she's got another Omen of Doom she drew, too. Somehow. First time you lose. Pie gods have visited. The pie gods have come. The pie gods have arrived. What is up? Pie Diddley? How you doing, man? Oh, look at that. Huh? 2 months? Yeah, you didn't even know you're still subscribed? I don't know. I don't know if you're still subscribed. Maybe it's your Amazon Prime or something. Either way, thanks for coming, man. You don't even need your sub or nothing. Just come on by. Come on by and say hi. Okay. Omen of Doom. First time you lose, display one new symptom. Let's hope that doesn't happen. Extra razor blades. Let's see if she notices that these fell out of this guy's pants as he goes running back down the alley after his friends. This is Savannah, so she's going to roll Mind 3. Strike 1. Didn't she see? I see something with a strike kind of thing here. No, I guess not. Oh, versus that. Okay. Monday. What time, buddy? Hopefully not like 10 o'clock Central Eastern CST. 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, so she noticed that this the mook went running off, and as he's running off, something slid out of his pants and onto the ground. And she picks it up, and it's a little packet of razor blades. That might come in handy at some point. And we're going to pass it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She's going to draw up past that turn to 6 to 12 Eastern. All right, buddy. All skulls on. I will remember to go follow you, Pie Gods. All right, and I didn't draw, right? I didn't draw. Okay. 2, 3, 4. No. All right, Savannah's turn. Moment of Hope, magnificent. Heal 2, then flip your next as Hope. We're not going to play that one just yet because I don't have enough cards to heal. I want to heal. I'm going to play this one. Omen of Hope, sustenance. And then we're going to go ahead. I will be prepared to hear you cry, my friend. So, the guy goes running off down the alley, and Evangeline and Savannah kind of get themselves around. One last look. Savannah takes one last look at the house through the yard, through the fence, and goes. They start moving away when they hear a whimper, a dog whimper. They go. They both come back over and they look in the grass, and Evangeline starts calling out softly, Jesse, come here, boy, come here. And hoping that it's him. This minion is the Constant Companions. We're going to see if Jesse is going to come. I'm sorry, this is not Evangeline's turn, though. This is Savannah. Savannah speaks. And Evangeline's always a little surprised when Savannah speaks because she doesn't speak very often. But when she does speak, she has an actual quite a beautiful, measured voice. She did grow up very, very rich. Very rich. And not that it affects your speech, but she had many classes on being as classy as she was rich. And that stuff is very hard to unlearn, even when you've forgotten most of your identity. Jesse, but it totally contrasts her brutal nature now. Stands to contrast. All right, so Savannah can either use soul or mind. I think she's going to use soul. No, I think she's going to use mind. Because her one soul card could be really helpful. Okay, I gotta make sure I know everything I'm doing here. Alright, I cannot use... Yep. Okay. Were there any animus threats that were not... That one was... I forgot. Every time okay, the only one I fought so far was this is supposed to go into a special place now because it's an animus non-true threat, and we're putting it in the appease section. And sometime later on, something else is going to happen with this. So I gotta make sure I put it in there. I know you guys are keeping track, so. All right. Jeebus. Lots of Jeebus. Holy Jeebus. All right. Right, Savannah. Jesse, come here, boy. Savannah takes a little bit of food out. She had taken a little bit of food, and that's what she's going to use her mind. Try to get Jesse to come out. Her mind is not 4, it is 3. We're going to mutate this one. We're going to get Evangeline to help with mind. Savannah adds a die just because of who she is. Adds a die to the mutation. Oh, we got to figure out which one we're doing first. Here we go. All right. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Terrifying. It is terrified. Jesse is. We're gonna roll. We gotta roll 2 and trash the lowest one. She's got to reload 1 random card. Okay. Hi, Spooky Sprinkles. Welcome. Welcome to the Liching Hour. Hi, please. We are currently trying to convince a hurt and scared dog to come out of some long, tall, scary grass. I gotta discard a card. I don't want to discard that one, but fine. It's okay. It's not helpful right now anyway. All right, we're mutated, so that's good. She gets the... Evangeline's going to be able to help. Savannah. All right, so that was 3 mind. We're going to... She's going to boost her mind with the Parasite card. She's able to hone it. She's got a good feeling that the dog is straight ahead of them. So she kind of puts the food down right there, straight ahead. Then, is there anything else I can add here? A symbol versus a threat using mind. Bury 1 gift, add 2 body dice. That's her little enduring fragment she got at the night autopsy. So she's going to bury this, add 2 body dice. Evangeline's kind of floored because not only is Savannah talking, come here, Jesse, but she's also like clapping softly. She's doing things that are not. She's usually very economic with her movements and things. She doesn't really do frivolous things, and this feels almost frivolous to Evangeline. All right, let's do it. We get to re-roll 3 of them, so I'm feeling pretty good. Feeling very good. Very. After a few moments of doing that, something comes out of the bushes. It is not, however, Jesse. We're going to draw 1 new ally gift, which I have right here. I have a stack of ally gifts. Tonight is, we are saving puppies and other things. What comes out of the bushes isn't Jesse. And it's a little surprising, but it's a It's not a huge frog, but it's a good sized medium kind of red frog that comes jumping out, and it lets out this. It opens its mouth and lets out this. It's not a ribbit, but it sounds a lot like the sound they'd been hearing without being an actual whimper. And they're not quite sure. And then, but Savannah's like, "Oh, come here," and it jumps into her hands, and then it jumps up her arm and jumps onto her shoulder. And Evangeline's just floored. Like, this is weirder than having a ghost in the middle of this grass reaching out to try to grab them. This is much weirder than a two-ended snake head thing. This is just as, like, the whole thing that's happening right now is very odd to Evangeline, but it's happened. It is what it is. And Savannah stands up and says, I guess Jesse's not in there. I guess we're still looking for Jesse. So what does this guy do? Scarlet Pickerel. Assemble versus a threat. Discard. Add 3 bonus dice. What? And evaluate. Trash the highest die. Okay. If opposing, trash the highest bonus die instead. No, we're not opposing. We have a new bidet. Oh, and she's supposed to take this too. Kind of fills up her hand. And we can't get rid of it. Yeah, it was a 2-headed snake. It was a really large 2-headed snake that was hiding in that grass. It actually had a head at both ends. But it got tased. Wait, so that was Savannah. She now has a new friend. They stay there for a minute. They stand there for a minute to see if there's any more whimpering. Actual dog whimpering. Let's I'm going to pass the turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 1. Yeah, we're gonna pass the turn to Evangeline. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so that's what this mechanic's about. So this right here represents the constant companion, which is true threat. I have to, because of the scenario rules for this mission, I have to keep this in my hand. If it leaves my hand, it goes back into somewhere, which means this will get harder if I lose this, which means I can't take damage or things like that. Or too much damage, at least. Okay, Savannah, your turn's over. Evangeline, Omen, Gut Punch. In damage, bury the first card. Bury their discard pile even if it's empty. Okay, you know what? We're going to go ahead and we're going to do that. She's going to play Gut Punch. That's when they notice that it's getting dark. The sun goes finally down behind the house as Evangeline and Savannah are standing there listening for more whimpering. And oh, and that's when they hear the growl. The house isn't done with them yet. And they don't hear a growl. No, they don't hear a growl. They hear a door open. The light goes down behind the house. The sun's setting. And Evangeline looks up, and the moon's bright and big. And then the back door of the house opens. And they both turn to look to see what comes out. And it's large, hulking. And Evangeline says, "Run." And they start running. As it rushes through the grass, rips through the fence, the rest of the fence. Shit. Okay. Evaluate a Doom Nexus. Increase the target by 2. That means this is going to be harder. Do I have something I can flip this to? I know I had a card that would allow me to flip something to the good side. No, I guess not. Okie dokie, pokey. How about a card? How about a card? It's a Skinwalker card. Oh, guess what, guys? This is nice. This is really nice. Okay. All right. She's gonna use. Okay, her body is only a 2. Her rage is only a 2. If she uses body, though, this is gonna be good. This is gonna be okay. We're gonna be okay. It comes bounding. It comes ripping out of the fence. Scurries like this to turn, and then it's coming at them, and eventually turns and is like, okay, this isn't going to happen. We're not going to be able to run away from this. Oh, hey, thank you. Thanks for the magic bits. Magic bits. I don't have the sound that tells me that you've had to check this. Check the chat room. Don't do bits yet. This werewolf might slaughter everybody. I hope it's not anything. All right, I got a lot of fun coming up though. Okay, she's gonna use body since she has 2, but we're gonna mutate this sucker. Savannah's gonna mutate it, or we're gonna mutate so that Savannah can help. We're gonna roll 10, not a 10, a 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Rampant. Well, that makes a lot of sense. All right, so we're going to roll 2 dice. 1 and a 4. So Savannah gets to ditch the lowest one, so 4. Only rage gifts and strike gifts may boost. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I don't need that. I don't need to boost nothing. That's fine. All right, cool. We're mutated. That means Savannah's going to allow her to re-roll 3 dice of these. We need more dice here, though. That's okay. Remember that geofence thing? She pulls out that the bit of the geofence stuff that she had pulled up from the one of the other houses she kind of seen laying there, and she gets an idea. She doesn't have any silver on her. Oh wait, maybe it's got silver. McTeddy. You can't spin chaos to slaughter me, dude. I don't know how many times I've told you this. Can't spin chaos to slaughter me. Just not. It's not okay. Or allowed. It's not in the rules. There's silver inside the geofence thing. Okay. She smashed it on the ground while this thing is running up. She pulls out some wiring to get it. She's got the little bag of razors, the razor blades. Okay, hold up. This a symbol versus a Skinwalker card. This is what that is. Add 2 bonus dice. Booyah. Extra razor blades. A symbol versus a threat. Sacrifice it to add 2 bonus dice. Don't mind if I do. That's a sacrifice. Fine. And then we got a little something. We got a little something. There. What about you? That Scarlet Pickerel is going to come in handy. A symbol versus a threat. Discard, add 3 bonus dice, and evaluate. Trash the highest die. Oh, I don't have any more bonus dice to add. That sucks. So, I guess I can't use that. Okay, we have... Here we go. Savannah is playing the Halligan bar, so she draws her weapon. Evangeline goes, distract it. And Savannah pulls out the bar, she's got a great arsenal. She pulls this out, like crowbar kind of thing, and she moves over to the side and starts waving it to see if she can get its attention, while Evangeline rips out the silver parts of the... What? 14 times now you've tried to use chaos to slaughter me? Could be 14. Feels like 14. So she's distracting it. Recycle. Add 1 body or rage die. We're going to add a body die. So boom. All right. I need to roll an 11. Oh, no, 13. Because it's in Doom. Which isn't that bad. That's not bad. This the Animus, so she's gonna just recycle that, so that's good. This is recycle. It's actually a discard. That's fine, and we're gonna roll. Let's roll them. So it comes barreling down at Savannah, and I don't know how this is gonna work, but this is just gonna work. Okay. You know what? Evangeline picks up piece of the fence, some of the fence with the nails and shit on it. And while it's running at Savannah, and it goes to swipe at Savannah, and Savannah dodges and just rolls over to the side, and it turns to her with its back to Evangeline. Evangeline wraps the silver wire that she had taken out of the geofence thing, and just bear with me. And sure, it's got silver wire, and puts it in place with the razor blades, and just goes to town on the back of this thing, hitting it as hard as she can. Back. It screams out, and it screams out in pain and in agony, and just kind of looks up at the sky and then turns and rushes back away. And it's rushing, and she hit it again so hard, like in the back of its leg, and it falls down, and then she hits in the back of its head, and with it, the wire's kind of gone all over the place, but it was enough. It's like some of the wires buried inside of its body, and you see it burning hair along like veins, burn marks on its body. It's a huge, massive chest, and the chest starts, after she bashes it in the head, its chest starts shrinking and shrinking, and before you know it, it's just this little dude. It's one of the mooks, the one that Savannah had bashed into the fence. And that pissed his pants and went running off. He apparently had it was a lycanthrope, and now he's dead in the alley. And they look at each other and like, we have to go. We can't, obviously we can't be around when somebody finds this poor dude. They don't have time to. She's gonna call a 911. No, fuck that. They're just gonna leave. They gotta just go. They gotta just go. Poor dude. Whew. Okay. And that finishes up the back alley, and we're gonna move. They rush out. They keep moving down the alley because they gotta find Jesse into a cul-de-sac. That was Evangeline's turn. 4, 5, 6. All right, so what's the deal with the cul-de-sac? Oh, that's what I could have freaking used. Right, I do have something I can use to flip things to... Okay, I have to remember that later. So many things to remember. Cul-de-sac, evaluate versus an ally gift. Trash the highest die. Oh, was I supposed... Oh. Okay, I got wrapped up, but I think everything would have been worked out, because I think I was supposed to trash the highest die in that last one. Wasn't I? So it's because of one of these fucking cards I used. It all worked out. It's all good. You're gonna have to forgive me. All right. Savannah draws Omen of Doom, Frailty. She's going to use this Magnificent Omen of Hope. As they come out in the cul-de-sac, everything is quiet again. The moon's out and it's full. They keep moving farther down. You know what? Maybe they moved the poor Mook's body into the grass. Maybe they left it out so that he would be found. I can't help think that they had no one was going to be in that alley. It'd probably be a while before he gets found. So they move on farther, trying to pick up the scent, not scent, but trying to pick up an idea where the dog might have gone, calling out Jesse. And they find themselves in a different neighborhood. It's not all mansions now. It's Still nice homes, just not mansions. She gets to heal 2 cards, so we'll just heal those. So that's good. Yeah, so looks like... Oh, you know what? She could. She'll, just to ease my mind, because I'm so fucking literal, she's going to... Evangeline's going to call 911 and say she heard some disturbance in the alley behind the houses. And they're just out looking for their dog. All right. Soul Stealer. Let's see if she sees this. Whatever this is. This is a camera. Savannah is going to use Soul. And one strike bonus die. 11, 12, 13. All right. Oh shit. Okay, she did. The first thing Savannah notices as they're walking around this new neighborhood is somebody had on their trash, on one of the trash cans, is an old Polaroid looking thing. But this is to Savannah's credit. She has really started to open up to her saint side that she had never really existed before. And a big part of her not living more instinctually is her instincts tell her things like that she should maybe pick this thing up. She doesn't know why. She just takes it with her. They were throwing it away anyway. 2, 3. We're going to go ahead and evaluate trash dice showing a lot. I got to remember that this is a thing and I got to do it. Oh, that was flipping over. That's okay. Huh. Oh, here we go. Once again, on the wind, as she picks up the camera, they hear a whimper. And they look around, and there's some large bushes in the yard of one of these homes, and it sounds like the whimpering is coming from those bushes. Oh, you know what? That's the thing about this mission, is that these don't let you close. I gotta play through all the decks. Great. That's great. Okay, so that's... I've got a last... Okay, alright, I get it now. Alright, let's do this. This is... Okay. Remind what she set up to do. Oh, wow. She set up for soul. She's got 3 soul here. We're going to boost her soul with the Soul Stealer. Where are you, the other blue die? Here you are. And then she has sense, doesn't she? No, she does not. Hoot. She does, however, have strike. 1 bonus die. And I think we're going to mutate for sure. Nope, can't do it. Eventually can't help a soul. That sucks. I have something else I can use. We both have something else we can use. Okay. We're going to try it. We need a 12. And that is a 13. I don't have to... Wait, hold on. Let me make sure I do this crap. And evaluate trash dice showing a number lower than the saint's value in the target virtue, which is soul, and it's 3. Okay, everything's higher than 3, so that's good. That is 13. Once again, Evangeline steps back as Savannah comes up and is like, Jesse, are you there? And takes out a little bit of food that she had left. And after some coaxing, something comes out. But it's not Jesse. It's a very cute cat. Tesla. This is sweet. A very odd cat comes meowing out right up onto Savannah. Right up against Savannah, rubbing its head against her. And Savannah could swear there's a little bit of lightning coming out of its tail. Seems to be lit up a little bit. And she doesn't know if it's the trick of the street lights or what. What does this kitty do? Avoid versus... It's a rage gift. All right, void versus a gift. Discard, avoid, and may confront the threat instead. Oh, okay, you pass the threat over. Symbol versus a charm, conjure, hack gift, recycle, add 2. Okay, we will take her. Wow, she's taking her. Oh boy. Oh, this is funny. Okay, she's taking her and this. Her hand's going to be full of animals. Full. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That was a discard. Wasn't Jessie, but it was a new friend. Evangeline's like, was that cat at her house? I don't remember seeing her at Imogene's. And Sven is, I don't know where this cat came from. Again, they sit there for a little bit to see if they can hear the whimper of the dog, but it doesn't come again. No, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Okay. Passing it to Evangeline. Proliferation. Oh, she's got a lot of omens. We're gonna. I was supposed to trash the highest die, but this is what I was looking at. So I had an extra 5, I think, didn't I? Didn't I? Fuck. Okay. Ignore that. All right. This is done. All right, we're gonna do this. Omen of Doom horror show. It's Evangeline's turn. She immediately gets to take that. Ooh, sweet. So as they're moving down into this neighborhood, they hear a rustle between two of the houses as they're calling. It's a very quiet and dark neighborhood. Must be either old people or vacationer kind of places because a lot of lights aren't on. And they hear a rustle from the side of one of the homes, and it looks like a bush that's at least as tall as the house is rustling. And then maybe a trick of the light, but it's moving now, or at least maybe they missed the fact that it was spilling out into the yard, or no, it's moving out into the yard. And this very large topiary elephant comes shambling out from behind the house, and it's coming right for us. All right, evaluate when you did not mutate. Trash the highest non-body die. All right, so it's kind of making us have to mutate. Oh, this is a big boy. Lose. Throw back this threat. That means it's going to go back in the pile, and we're going to have to face it again. So we don't want that to happen. We need to mutate it, which means we have to use body, because that's the only thing that Savannah can help us with. So we're going to mutate it. That's 9. Oh, what is this? Evaluate versus threat. Trash the highest die. Oh, man, we're so screwed. All right, hold on. It's 9. Oh, look. The mutation is prehistoric. I love the way this shit works sometimes. We're going to roll 2 dice for mutating it. Trash the lowest. 5. Raise the cost of hack, mind, and tool gifts by 1. Okay. Help me remember all this shit. Okay, body. Does she have anything to boost her body with? She's only got 2. Support, second note. Mutate, reload, upgrade. Nope. She's got phylacteries going to help her do that. She doesn't have a whole lot of shit to... Symbol versus a resist threat. Nope. No. Cycle, go to second. Okay. Trash number bonus. Start in it. No. A symbol versus a threat using rage. Nope. Trashing. Oh boy, maybe she should have used rage, but then we can't mutate it. All right. A symbol versus threat using mind. No. Oh boy. Okay, what do you have, Savannah? Here we go. Savannah has a symbol versus a strike threat. That's what this is. See the strike right there. Add 1 bonus die. If it's a skinwalker threat, add 2. It's not. It's animus. But at least that's 1 bonus die. And then what she got in her hand? What she got? Ah, here we go. Damn. Hold up. No. No. Tesla's not going to be able to help, but Scarlet Pickerel will. The problem with Scarlet Pickerel is she's going to give us 3 bonus dice. 1, 2, 3. But we're going to have to trash the highest die. We're going to have to trash 2 highest dies. Wait. No, we don't, because we're going to mutate it, so we don't have to trash the die. So it's just this one's making us trash, right? Nope, it's this fucker that's making us trash. Okay, great. So that's effectively 3, 4, 5, 6. It's only 4 dice. But I have 2 tricks up my sleeve. Okay, this is it. This is it. Here, let's do it. All right. How does the Pickerel help? Before Savannah, they're both kind of looking at before Savannah can do anything. The frog jumps off her shoulder and jumps in the yard. Just jumps towards the mammoth. Okay, got to trash a 6. Got to trash a 5. That leaves us with 13. 13. Close. We need 16? Okay. Okay. Well, Savannah can use Phylactery to discard and flip 1 die. That's going to be flip this 2 to a 5. That's 14. I only need 2 more. Oh boy. Oh, I can get 1 more. I need 2 more. So close. Okay. What do we got? Sport, mutate, nope. Okay. I got another Phylactery, but that flips to a 2. I wish I would have rolled a couple 1s. Okay, give me a second. I might support, bury, symbol, start, investigate, play. No. Ha! Check this out. I trashed those 2, right? Shit, this was... Damn, that's... Oh, I should have did this with her. So when I don't get to use this power very often. Play when trashing dice. Trash 1 fewer die. Unfortunately, that means it only works... That means this only works with her. Play when trashing dice. Trash 1 fewer die. Alright, so... Oh, wait! Hold up! We mutated. I get to reroll. So I trashed the 2 dice. Do I really want to reroll? You know what? We're not going to do the flip just yet. We're going to go back to 2. Rewind. And we're going to reroll these 3. We're going to keep the 5 and reroll these 3. That's how many we can reroll. And let's hope for some 1s. I want 2 1s. Or 15. Pulling shit out my ass. Alright, so I already trashed dice, so we don't have to do that. So we're at 15. I needed 16, right? She has this beautiful and fleeting fragment, so we have to sacrifice it. Trash any number of bonus dice to add +1 for each trash bonus dice. Well, we have this 3. We're going to trash that. That's 16. Booyah. Bango. The elephant flips out with the red frog jumping through the grass at it. It's like rears up And Savannah takes that moment. This is Savannah, right? Or is this? Wait, this is Evangeline. Evangeline takes that moment to run up. Now, the one thing they'd learned in their little foray 2 nights ago is that light that's inside them is able to draw other light out, and almost like it's like almost like a magnet to it. It can reverse. She can send the light out, and she can send it and bring it in. And she rushes in while it's up. I'm kind of freaking out, and she goes to kind of embrace it. She just kind of puts her arms around the one of its legs and calls the light, and she drains out the energy that's bringing it to life. Brings it, and it kind of freezes. And now whoever these people are have this very large rearing elephant topiary bush in their front yard, whereas they must have had it, in the backyard, but it probably wasn't rearing up in fright. But now it's like it stops and is frozen, and the toad hops back to Savannah's arm. That's her. This is her. Okay. That was a non-true threat. So this goes in this goes in here. Right? Yep. Haha. Haha. Oh yeah, and I have to get rid of that fleeting fragment. So for those of you watching at home, fleeting fragments and enduring fragments are kind of like the way you level up your character. You get these special cards that give you one-shot things, or in the case of enduring fragments, things you can do all the time. All right. She's going to keep going. But she's going to keep going because she's got lots of... All right, we're going to go ahead and do Feral Instinct. Let's see what happens. Tree Hugger. Oh, it's an ally. We got to trash the highest die. How much does that suck? It's not like I'm supposed to put allies in there. It just happened to have allies in there. Tree Hugger. So Evangeline's little hug on the elephant and freezing it, and she steps back. It didn't go unnoticed. There was another spirit there that isn't necessarily charged with by Mother Gaia to attack. It was watching from a big oak, a weeping willow that's nearby. No, the fragments, at the end of every mission, you get a fragment. And the missions themselves are... I'll show you. Where's the mission card? So this is a card describing the mission. And on the back is an enduring fragment. These are the ones that stick around. And then one of the characters is going to get that. And then at the end of the mission, I draw this one. And I draw 2 more fleeting fragments because I have 2 players. And then we give one of these... Somebody can pick this or one of the 2 fleeting fragments. Fleeting being one use only. All right, let's see if we're gonna see if this other spirit that watched Evangeline literally hug this elephant, if it makes itself known. We're gonna use soul because Evangeline's soul is 4 dice, and we're gonna have to discard one of these dice because of this stupid thing. I don't want to play any cards because I don't want to... It's only a 9. Okay. We're going to try with 4 dice. Just see what happens. Oh, a bunch of crap is what happens. Wait, no. Frick it. This looks... What's this do anyway? Berry, heal 3 or heal 1 from your berry pile. If appeasing, flip your nexus to hope. If appeasing, does that mean I have to sacrifice this thing? Because it ups the cost of... I would only be able to use that 1 time. Well, I'd still be able to boost soul. Okay. She's going to use the phylactery. If discarded, flip 1 die. This is going to flip to a 6. Oh, hold on. We're going to trash the highest die here first. We're going to do that part first. No one tells us how. Flip that 3. Oh dear. And then I'm going to use this card to flip this die to a 6. Because I cheat. I don't think that's cheating. I think they're not very clear on when you can do all these things. I think that's perfectly legal. I have to treat this like an animus gift, though, and it's a discard, so it is now a berry. Fine. And the tree hugger. Evangeline feels like she stops and she takes a step back to make sure, and the frog hops up on Savannah. As she turns, the weeping willow that seemed like it was on the other side of the yard is now a lot closer because its leaves and the hanging shit is kind of flowing around her all of a sudden, and she feels like the light that she had kind of taken in from the elephant that is inside her kind of not returned, but not reciprocated, almost like a hello in kind by this light. And she looks up, and the tree just kind of come alive, and not any words or anything. It's almost like it lets its presence known, and she can almost feel an appreciation, and she's not quite sure what it is, but she thinks it's kind of for her not harming even though she took the life force out of the elephant thing, it was just the energy that was causing it to move and be violent. It wasn't that she killed it. It's still a living thing, and that's what this thing was kind of appreciative of. And as she moves away and her and Savannah walk away, she feels like a little bit of it came with her. And she's right, a little bit of the leaves and stuff kind of stuck on her back and inside her coat. Mind and tool gifts. Was that a mind or tool gift? No. Okay, good. She got more omens. We're gonna keep playing them because we got to whip through all these and all the hours that we have. We have 2 more locations to do. So, what's the chances that's gonna be another ally? Nah. Well. Okay, fine. Ooh, look at that. Heal 1 card from your berry pile. She's got a big old berry pile now. So we're going to heal 1. Hell yeah. Alright. Flip this sucker to hope. Come on, be an ally. No. But it's not a bad thing. Mimi Rue's elixir. Well, we'll roll for it. She got 4 dice. 4 soul. We're just going to roll. See. Oh, wait. She's got conjure, too. She gets 2 bonus dice for conjure. Jeez, I think she's going to get this. She is. Just then she realizes she's thirsty, and she wonders if she had brought her little jar of Mimi Rue's elixirs that she had picked up on their way to Imogene's in New Orleans. And she did. She takes a little nip of it. Warm her up in this cold night. And then fuck it, we're gonna. No, shit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. We're gonna pass the turn finally to Savannah. Omen of Hope, Recollection. It's the only omen she's got. You may reload 1 random card from your discard pile. Okay. Uh, 1 to 2, 1 to 3, 4 to 6. Okay. Not the one I wanted. Okay. Alright. This is quite... Oh, because all you gotta do is recycle it to heal too. That is pretty good. Okay. We're just gonna roll mind. We're not... Well, that is a pretty... That'd be really good for Evangeline, because she's got... No. Yes, it would be. No. No. Either one of them would be able to use it. 3. Look at that. Tesla. A symbol versus a charm, conjure, or hack gift. Recycled, add 2 bonus dice. Recycle means it goes to the bottom of the deck, so that's good. In the kerfuffle of the elephant and the tree and them starting moving on throughout the neighborhood, Savannah looks around and Tesla's gone. Let's see if Tesla brings back the prayer wheel. She's a 15. Sure enough, Tesla comes back a few moments later and she's got something in her mouth. And Savannah reaches down and she's presenting it to Savannah. And Savannah reaches down and it's this. She recognizes it being, I would believe it's Hebrew or Jewish. I believe. She's not quite sure, and neither am I. But she is quite sure. Her instincts tell her that it is very special. We're doing pretty good on. It's the critical thing with this mission isn't going to be us losing our cards and dying. It's going to be, can we do it all in the amount of time we have? Because there are no masters or anything that will let us close these decks. We have to go through them all. All right, Savannah, that was your turn. 3, 4, 5, 6. Starlight, Starbright. Okay. We are still in hope. All right. Starlight, we're going to allow us to examine. Oh, geez, that's nice. Okay. We'll use mind. Holy crap. All right. She kicks something on the street, on the sidewalk. She looks down and it's a key ring. That's odd. We're going to play another omen because we need to finish this. Finish it. She's going to recycle 1 random card, flip the Nexus to Doom, and investigate. Ooh. Why does it have to be a baddie at the end of every... She reaches down to grab the keys, and she comes back up, and she doesn't see Savannah ahead of her anymore. And she starts straining to look, and that's when she realizes the reason she can't see her is because there's something in front of her. It wasn't that obvious yet. Head rose up out of... Yeah, it slunk out of the shadows to rise up. Oh, no. It came down on... drawn by the spirit in the other tree. It had been waiting in another tree. It didn't know why it was waiting for prey. Whatever this thing is. Evangeline's got the... she doesn't have anything for rage, man. These are 2 of her worst. Okay, fuck it. We're going to have to do this. We're going to have to mutate this. Savannah's going to have to turn around and see this thing. We're going to say this is just one big spider thing. It. Alright, its mutation it's terrifying. 1 and a 2. We're trashing the 1. 2 is reload 1 random card. Jeez. That's alright. None of these cards are going to help her much right now anyway. Okay. Alright, we can now reroll 3 dice, but we need more. I swear to... Oh, a symbol versus strike threat. Add 1 bonus die. Okay. That we can do. And then do you have stuff you can help her with, Savannah? Well, yes, but not right now. Okay. That's literally okay. We're gonna use this to boost her body. Boost the body. Okay, that's it. That's what we got. That's who we are. You're 13. Look at that. Look at that shit. No discarding, right? I'm not forgetting anything. It rises up in front of her, and she goes to look at it. She realizes that she's looking. That's like something's in front of her. It's not like just dark all of a sudden. And she looks up and she sees the glowing eyes just open. Just and without thinking, she grips the keys that she had just picked up off the ground. They feel like she's got a charge off them. She feels like there's something about them, and she rakes them across. But she just throws her hand into the darkness, and her hand it doesn't, nothing stops it. There's no but her hand goes in, but there is like tension. It kind of, she has to push in, and as she does it, she could feel the keys scraping and kind of growing in her hand, and then she boosts that with her own light, and this like spider within the spider kind of bursts out of light, and it just kind of like a big lightning burst, and this thing kind of blows out sound silently, just in time for Savannah to turn around, and she just sees Evangeline just kind of appear. She shakes her head like, "What just? Are you all right?" Yeah, let's get the hell out of here. We're moving on out of. That was a discard. That's a fucking berry. That was a berry. They move out into a quiet storefront street. She's going to draw up to 6. 3, 4, 5, 5, 6. Savannah's turn. Gut punch. That's all she's got to play. Win versus a gift. Recycle the gift. That's not terrible. Bury a card for damage. The first thing they hear when they come out in the street, there's no cars. There might be a couple people walking on the other side, walking away. But the first thing they hear is a whimper. Why is this always gotta be? This is all Savannah. Don't I have a thing about oh, I do. Oh, it's shit. It's not in her hand right now. I want, oh, wait a minute. Well, hold up. How do I win this? Maybe I got this wrong. I think I got this wrong. Wait, what? Holy shit, I'm missing this. One thing I missed, support powers appease. You may bury one archetype. That's what she's got in her hand. That's these things that she's been finding. Our little buddies. To examine one. Do not shuffle the archetype into a nexus. Oh, okay. That's cool. But the other thing is win versus confront a copy. Fuck. Sometimes, I'm so sorry, sometimes there's so many little things you got to remember at these missions. I'm not even, for those of you at home, for those of you on YouTube watching me, when you confront okay, I will have to do this now. I'll just start now. When I win versus the constant companions, I gotta confront, somebody else has to confront a copy of it. Unless you're the only saint at the nexus. The way I win this, though, that's of course not on this card, it's over here, right? No, wait, that's on these cards. Win if no minion B or minion C archetypes remain in any nexuses or the clock. Key. I don't have to finish each of these locations. I just gotta find the animals. So I don't have to stick around. This is a good thing that we just found this guy, or possibly find this, because then I can move on to the next location. Good to know. Okay. Whimpering on the air. They hear it again. It's a little further off, though. So they walk down the street towards where they think they hear it. And they swear they hear it coming from a kind of a tight alley. It's not an alley. It's actually a tight space between two buildings, two storefronts. Something that Savannah or Evangeline could squeeze into like this, but they don't necessarily want to just yet. They hear the whimpering. This is Savannah again, so she's going to call out, Jesse. Okay. I think it's gonna be Soul this time. No, because we can't. Well, shit. Soul is so good though. Because, right? She can do that. Oh, body. I guess body ain't that bad. No. I mean mind. Well, we have to confront a copy now. Does that mean the other person gets to draw a new ally gift to get the copy? Does it mean both of us draw new allies? We're going to take a shot at this. She doesn't have charm. She's going to boost. What's soul? The Soul Stealer. And then, why do I still have that in my hand? No, maybe I didn't use it last time. Okay. 4 dice? No, I don't want to lose this. Okay, we're mutating. Fuck it. We're mutating. We're going to use mind. She got 3 mind. We're going to roll 3. 1, 2, 3. Rock solid. What's up, liches? Nope, I got a little bit more to go, man. We are currently hunting down. We're trying to find a very hurt and scared dog and the 2 pigs that went crazy and killed some of the other animals. Bit the dog and made it run off. Jesse. Meanwhile, as we've been searching the neighborhood, we've ran into a large elephant-shaped bush that came alive, a werewolf, which was scary, and a few other things. 2-headed snakes. Made a few friends along the way. Now we're hearing the dog whimpering in the alley in a space between 2 buildings. Savannah's trying to coax it to come out. We're going to mutate this sucker. It is rock solid. We got to roll 2. It is a Dwayne The Rock Johnson solid 4. Mutate. Roll 1 die. If the result is greater than their total mind in the study, which is 4, they reload their rage gifts. Okay, fine. It is not greater, so none of that weird shit happens. All right, we are mutated. So we're using 3 mind. She's going to not use the Soul Stealer. She's going to use her prayer reel to boost mind. That's all she's got. That's all she wrote. Right now, I really like both these ladies a lot. Savannah is very, very damaged, but it's transformed her. She's not. It hasn't. She's damaged, but it hasn't left her damaged. It's damaged. I'm sorry. She's not even damaged. She's evolved. She's a much different person, and she needs to find out though where she lies. She's special. She's a saint, and she's just now becoming to terms with that. But still has, I don't know. She's in a weird place where she's like somewhere between predator and saint. And then Evangeline is coming alive, where her whole life has been about helping in death, and now she's helping in life, kind of, especially with Savannah, and she's finding things out about herself from Savannah that she didn't realize. So I'm loving where this is going back and forth. Oh shit. All right, let's do a flashback. Which one, Evangeline or Savannah? Any preference? We're gonna do Savannah. No, that one. This is Savannah. No, we're not pulling that. We need to pull. I need you to choose. I need you to choose threat or virtue. Turk. Threat or virtue. And then I'll choose the virtue. Or Chance will choose the virtue. If you don't choose threat. Threat, virtue, okay. Alright, soul. Okay. I'm gonna draw a random soul card. Charm bracelet. So, Savannah grew up heiress to a soda company magnate. Very, very rich. She was in a very controlled environment. There were no animals, no pets. She was groomed from day one. Went to prep schools, all that kind of stuff. Her mother and her father were she was very much controlled in everything that she did and everything she wore and everything that of that nature. One day, while her parents could be very controlling and have everything like the other people in her life weren't always as put together. For example, the gentleman who was in charge of picking her up after school and taking her back, he had a bit of a drinking problem, and he fell asleep, and she wasn't picked up on time. So that was actually very exciting for her. Very exciting. So she took the opportunity to walk home. As she was walking home, she got to see bits of where she lived that she only saw from inside the car driving by go to work. One was a park, and she'd always wanted to go and swing on these swings at the park. And when she went to the park and she was passing it, she's like, I'm going to take this opportunity because I can. And her parents aren't around to swing on the swings. So she went, and there wasn't anybody in the park, which was a little odd to her. But then again, she remembered that she'd never seen anybody in the park anyway. She'd always passed it and seen. And the reason why was that the park had like kind of a bad vibe to it. Years and years and years ago, someone had found a dead kid there. Something had happened. It wasn't necessarily like a serial killing or something, but a kid had died, had been, they think, murdered, and either left there or something. So she didn't know this. She had no idea. She goes, sat down, and it's a little odd. And she's, that part of her life, she had no idea she was any kind of special or anything. She hadn't had very many instances other than this time now. So she started swinging, and she's enjoying the swing. And she hadn't only swung like once or twice in her whole life. The prep school she went to didn't have like recess and that kind of shit. Their recesses were much, they had to do fancy fucking things for their recess. There wasn't go out and play kind of shit. And so she's swinging, and she's looking at the sky, and then all of a sudden she hears the swinging beside her, and she looks over, and there's a little girl swinging beside her, and they smile at each other. Nothing seems out of the ordinary, although for some reason she feels like chills up her spine, but that's okay because she's going higher and higher, so she's naturally thinks it's because of her swinging. And as they're swinging, they're giggling back and forth, and then they kind of slow down, and she looks over, and she asks the girl what her name is, and the girl like looks down, and then she gives her she just doesn't say anything, and then she puts out her hand to Savannah, and she opens it, and it's like a little bracelet with like a little silver heart, and Savannah takes the bracelet, and and when she looks at it and she opens it up, it's like a little clasp, right? The heart opens up. She opens it up, and it's a picture, and it's a woman and the little girl, and then she looks up, and the girl's not there anymore, and that's when she feels all the chills again, and she's confused, and she's looking around for her new friend, and she can't find her, and then she realizes that the sun's kind of gone down a little bit, not dark or anything, but it's a little later, so she gets up and she leaves and she goes home. Well, her mom finds she comes in, she's excited, and she forgets that she put the bracelet on, and her mom sees it, and her mom's pissed off already because she'd found the dude who was supposed to come pick her up all drunk and shit, and was pissed off at him and fired him, and was about to come get Savannah herself when Savannah walks in, and she's already pissed off, and she yells at Savannah for walking home alone. How do you know? Something could have happened to you. And she goes, "What's this?" and tears the bracelet off. And then she ends up throwing it into somewhere into a drawer or something. What it was the little girl. They didn't know who she was, and the picture of her, the girl was her mother. And if that bracelet would have got out, the picture, they could have put some two and two together, but that never got anywhere. And maybe later on, Savannah has another episode where she finds the bracelet or something. But at that time, it was just it was thrown away into a junk drawer of sorts, just like the rest of us are. And that's our flashback for now. Thanks, Turk. That's fun. Put that in there. Now, we got to coax this dog out of the alley, or the space. None of that was written. That was, yeah. You want a bigger flashback? Later on, actually, years later, Savannah finds the bracelet again. She doesn't remember where she got it until she picks it up and touches it. And as she had gotten older, she's like 17 or 18, puberty has hit. Her innate kind of saint powers are there, bubbling underneath the surface. And she picks it up, and that's when she remembers the girl's face. And she opens up and sees the girl and her mother. And something about it tells her, something inside her tells her that it needs to go somewhere. It's important to someone. So she, let's see. I want to think of something she does that doesn't involve her being a fucking detective, because she's not going to go that far. She like puts it in the mail, or she does something. She like sends it on its way to do what it needs to do, which was inform somebody of who this kid might have been. Maybe she goes back to the swing set and puts it there, remembers where she was. You saw my prompter? Anyway, we'll figure that out at some point. Here, she's got 4 mind. Right? Yeah, because she's boosting mind. She's got 3. She's going to be able to reroll 3. Really wish she had more to play. She's got a couple tricks up her sleeves. Oh, wait, we do have a mind. We have a mind fragment for when you're symboling using mind. Symbol versus threat using mind. Bury 1 gift, add 2 body dice. Don't mind if I do. And bury that soul stealer. All right, maybe she's gonna kind of fit herself into the space between the 2 buildings a little bit, to have her hand out with the food, be like, Jesse. Reroll the lowest die. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna need it because I need a 14 here, and that's not helping. So, actually, you can spin chaos, and I'll reroll as many dice as I need to. Let's reroll these 4. That's more like it. That's more like it. She hears the whimpering. She hears a scraping and like feet coming. So she pulls back out, and she waits. And once again, what comes out of the shadows isn't Jesse. It's another dog. This was another one of the dogs that Imogene had. They don't really, Evangeline haven't been there, and Savannah haven't been there long enough to know the names of all the dogs. But this one's familiar, was familiar too. He comes whimpering out, and I think now we're supposed to, Evangeline is supposed to encounter this too. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so that dog comes out. We'll call him he's Barry. Barry comes out, and he's limping a little bit. And then that's when they hear a squeal, like a low like squeal kind of grunt, and coming out of the darkness behind the dog. And the dog kind of whimpers and is scared, and he kind of goes behind Savannah. The one of the pigs that from the house that kind of went nuts comes out, and he's still got. It looks like him and the dog got into it, and the dog got him good, but he's still like pissed off and crazy, and his eyes are crazy, and so Savannah's gonna have to step in and do something about this. This thing. She's going to use soul. She gets 4. She's going to boost that soul. Boost that soul. All right. Right there. And what else? Do I want to mutate? No. I don't think I have to. All right, she only used 12. I got you with a lot of fucking chaos. Later, Precious Paul. Thanks for stopping by, buddy. For sure. Thank you very much, sir. That's a bunch of shit. That's a bunch of shit right there. But everything's okay. I got this charlatan's book where I can flip one mind or soul die. I can flip this to a 6, which is all I need. But then I have to roll one die, and the result's higher than your mind virtue, which is 3. It is. I take a mind damage. That's okay. That's okay. We can do all that. It's all good. Yeah, Pie Gods was here. What up? So this pig squeezes itself through the space. It looks like it doesn't want to give up on beating the shit out of it or eating the dog. And Evangeline just steps right up and puts her hand on its head and puts a little bit of light from her head into its head, and its eyes kind of go, and then when she puts her hand back up, its eyes look like normal, and it like actually blinks and looks around like it doesn't know where it's at, and then it starts whimpering a little bit, and Evangeline gets down and is like, it's good, it's okay, petting him, telling him he's okay, comforting the dog, the pig. Here, it's a good pig. You're a good pig. That's a berry. All right, that was a berry as well. And does she draw one ally gift? I guess she does. All right, giant tardigrade. We're going to count this as the pig. This is her buddy. She's now got the pig in her hand. This, however, goes into Savannah's hand. All right. Savannah on a lark just kind of goes, where's Jesse? And the other dog kind of like perks up, like it knows what she said. She goes, Jesse? Do you know what Jesse is? And it kind of whines and growls a little bit. It gets excited, and then it turns and starts running off. We're gonna leave. 2, 3, 4. Whose fucking turn was that? That was Savannah's. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. She's gonna draw. It's gonna be Evangeline's turn. 1, 2, 3, 4. No drawing. We're gonna follow the dog. The dog is taking us down the street past the stores. Is a zoo. Our last location, Omen of Doom Spines. Okay. Let's see. Zoo. Confront. So the last time, Savannah and Evangeline were in a zoo, inside a zoo. Shit was really bad. It was there was like these mutated and this wasn't last mission. This was when they were in I think it was Boston. They were in Boston, and when the height of all the diseases, all the different diseases, and this one disease was just mutating people. There's this like mutated lion thing. So they didn't have good experiences in zoos. They both stop and look at each other and wonder, because the one dog, Barry, is like sniffing at gates that go into the zoo. So they start calling out, Jesse, calling through the gate. Let's see. All right, we're gonna play Judgment of Hope. We're hoping we don't have to go in this fucking zoo. Win versus a non-true threat. Draw a new body. Oh wait, did we? No, we didn't. Okay. Oh, she has to draw one card. How do you want to play, McTeddy? You want to play physically someday, or you want to try to play with moi? We talked about that. I'm working on a new show, and I just kind of got lost in that. Here we go. Mercury Pendant. Look at that shit. That's kind of cool. Win versus a non-true. No, that's not a non-true threat. That's not. Okay. This is new. It's a mind thing. Shit. Okay, I don't know if she gets this, we're gonna figure out what this is. She's got Conjure 2. She's got 3 mind. We need 11. Damn. Okay. So they're going up to the gate, and they're like, Jesse. They don't really want to open it. They don't really want to go into the zoo. And Evangeline puts her hands on the things, and as she puts her hands down, she realizes there's something wrapped around the gate, and it's a necklace of some sort. She unties it, and it's definitely special. I don't even know what this thing is. It's a pendant. It's a very cool Mercury pendant. Just left there for her. Okay, I finally figured out what this picture is. It's a person holding this up between her 2 fingers. Gears of War. Gears of War. Gears of War. I've never heard of it. Do you have Gears of War? Because that's kind of hard to find. That's got, like, lots of people love that game for, like, solo. Oh, wait, hold up. Let me back up. Tabletop Simulator has Apocrypha? That's cool. Okay, so we got that. All right. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're just going to pass the turn. We're pass the turn over to Savannah. As Evangeline does this necklace and looks at it with the pendant. It's like, huh. You always tell you're going to the right place when you start finding cool shit. Is what Evangeline is starting to figure out. Feral Instinct. Flip your Nexus to Doom and investigate it. Raise the cost of mind or tool gifts by 1. All right. Before she does that, though, this new little thing I found out that I can bury one of these 3 cards that I have in my hand to examine. So, Vermicide. Evangeline's found the necklace, and Savannah steps back, and she had her hand kind of the gate, and she didn't let go, and it clicked, and they both look at each other as the gate kind of just opens. And there's a literal moment where they sit there going, we don't want to go into another fucking zoo ever. But then the dog, Barry's like whining, and he starts walking in there. He's whining for them to follow, so they decide to go in. As they're walking in, they close the gate, and invite anybody coming after them, behind them. But as they're walking in, let's see if she sees this can of aerosol kind of sitting on a bench as they walk by. This is Savannah. She's gonna roll 3, and she's got resist too, so she's rolling 5 dice, so that's pretty good. I'm not playing any mind or tool gifts, so fuck it. 11, 12, 13. Shit. Okay, she does see it. It doesn't look like what grabs her attention is the labeling is nothing she's seen before. Actually, the labeling reminds her of something she saw in the laboratory experimental labs that she had broken out of. It's not exact, but it doesn't remember, and she doesn't like it sitting around, so she grabs it with the intent of throwing it out or destroying it some way. She knows it's probably really bad, and she's right. Look at that shit. All right. I don't have any more blessings, so I gotta pass. Wait, can I do that? No, during support. Okay. All right, Evangeline. We're doing pretty good now that we don't have to go through every card of these things. Moment of Doom, Inevitability. All right, fine. She'll play that. Nice. Whimper on the Wind. Might as well call this episode Whimper on the Wind. Barry starts whimpering just as they hear another whimper. And he stops staring at an enclosure. Through the gate, and he puts his nose in there, and he's whimpering, and he keeps looking at, who are we? This time it's Evangeline. He keeps looking at Evangeline. Evangeline goes up and starts calling for Jesse too. Jesse. Where'd you go, darling? Where'd you go? Shit. Hold on. I need the card. Oh, there you are. Okay. All right. What can we... yeah, definitely Soul. Boom. She's like made for this shit. She's got Charm. Actually. We're going to play Tree Hugger. We're going to boost with the Tree Hugger because that's got Conjure, which means she gets to use 2 of these. And that's another one of these. That's 7 dice, right? I don't even want to... I mean, do I even need to... Oh, look at that. Her Piggy. A symbol versus animus threat. Shuffle. Add 2 body dice. 2 body dice. That's a lot of dice. That's a lot of dice. We're gonna roll with that. I'm not even gonna try to I'm not gonna try to do anything else. All right. There we go. Here we go. All right. That's what we needed. 50. Yeah, we needed a 13. So, out of the underbrush of whatever the enclosure is, comes Jesse, the dog, the sheepdog. he comes. He's got brambles and shit, and he doesn't look too hurt, but he comes slinking out, and they're both like, they both let out like a kind of really happy, like, oh, come on, and he comes out, and just then, peeling around the other corner of this enclosure, and squealing, just begins squealing in rage, and the other pig goes running. It's the other pig that had chased them out the door, and he just comes, and he feels bigger, and he's like bigger, and his eyes are like, could swear for a second that they're glowing red, and he's coming tearing at both all of them, and Savannah's got to step in now. So many dice. Okay, Savannah's got to take care of this fella. We're gonna use soul, I think. He's gotta go away. What happened? Does this still happen even if? Okay. So, Sparks. She's gonna boost to add 1 soul, and then that's got strike, so she gets to add a bonus die, and then she's gonna be able to flip some shit. Support, avoid. Okay, no. Man. All right, we're gonna try it. I don't think. We. All right. So, this pig, it's coming charging at. It looks like it's coming at Jesse. Savannah leaps in front of it. She leaps, actually comes out of nowhere. She leaps, she's got her arms around it, and her and the pig go rolling, and they hit the back of the encampment. But Savannah does, taking a cue from what Evangeline did, and she's got the pig right around here, and her hands glow. Just light just rips down through her arms, and you can see it as her fingertips dig into the pig skin. You see the light shoot out of her fingertips into the pig, and it lets out this rage kind of squeal, and then she draws the light back out of the pig, and as she's drawing the light back out, for a split second, the light is like a crimson kind of color, and almost blood-like, but it's not blood, and it flows into her fingers, and then the pig slumps, and then it gets up and just like starts sniffling around like it's hungry, and sniffling in her pocket, and finds the food that she had for Jesse, and just starts eating it off of her, just like nothing else has happened. And this is a good time. We haven't ever done this on this show ever, but they start laughing. They both start laughing at this ridiculousness, and yeah, so they end up taking their little horde of animals back to. Now, technically, we did beat this, so we would draw 2 ally cards. I'm not gonna worry about that. They take the little brood of animals back. On the way, Evangeline's thinking about some connections. Connections are being made in Evangeline's head, thinking about this other Novum, Mother Gaia, and animals, and what's going on, and realizing that something in the back of her mind's been bugging her. And as they're walking back to the house, she realizes that it'd be really easy to, not easy. It's crazy how many households have animals in them. Lots of people have houseplants, but houseplants can't really, other than, they're not going to be able to come alive like a topiary or anything like that. But animals, if Mother Gaia wanted an army to attack humans and kill them all, then she's got them all at her disposal. Why hasn't that happened yet? Obviously it started. Obviously, some of them are. Why not all of them? Why has Jesse and Barry and the little frog and all that shit, why are they not raging out? Maybe it has something to do with that Mother Gaia can't control them. Can't totally get rid of the love that's there, or something. That's what she hasn't gotten to that part yet. Thinking about that, but that's where she's heading. Evangeline is heading, is realizing that part. So that's where we're going to leave off the story today, finishing up the truth about cats and dogs. Let's see. Fragments. The fragments for today are write children's books. Well, I am doing the kids role-playing game. I am doing that. Okay. Fragments that are available. The first one is the official enduring fragment from this mission, the home front. It was the cutest thing. The feral cat in the alley had 2 little striped kittens. So cute. You took them in, though she couldn't be caught and stayed an outside cat. But 6 months later, she had 4 more. What were you supposed to do about them? And then 3. Now there are 6 new kittens. 3 little black ones, a tabby, and 2 tortoise shells. They're prowling the alleys in 3s and 4s. They're collecting in secret places. It's starting to make sense. She's building an army. Evaluate versus a master. For each bonus die rolled, the current player may heal 1 from their bury or discard pile. That's cool. I think Savannah's going to get that one. I think. Yeah. And then the other 2 choices. Fleeting fragment. Oh, I love this one. This is so freaky, dude. I'm fine, really. She smiled and you felt relief wash over you. It was only then that you noticed her shaking hands and the words she traced in the dust on the table. She's not me. She's not me. Sport. Sacrifice. Exchange table position with another saint. Not relevant. The abrupt finish. The lights of the taxis crawl through the city's veins, tiny white and red blood cells pumping to the pulse of the traffic lights. You tilt your head as the warm air thrums past you, filling your ears with a dull roar. The taxis are growing more distinct as you approach, bumpers and tires on windshields and occupants coming into view. You've been falling for a long time. Sacrifice. Move, then draw 1 card. Alright. We'll take that one. Khajiit Army. So what I was saying, Teddy, when you so rudely left to urinate or something, Evangeline's starting to put a little bit of 2 and 2 together a little bit. Like if Mother Gaia, who controls all animals and weather and plants and all that shit, if she wanted to take humans down easily, cause an apocalypse, then she could easily just trigger the army of pets that are in everyone's home to do so. Why hasn't she done that? Why was not all the dogs and animals in this whole event, weren't they all raging? Why was it just the pigs or in some of them? And so there's something there that she's desperately trying to make a connection in her head to figure out. And I think that is going to be a big part of the underpinning of what happens throughout this whole book. Exactly. Bingo. That the connection between the humans and animals cannot be discounted and controlled necessarily. Yeah, right. All right. Right. Hey, did you guys want to go raiding somewhere? What do you want to do? Should I send you? I had 2 cats and they both passed away. They lived to 14. The one, man, we just grew apart. He got 2. I don't like old cats. Old cats suck. Sure. What's that? Turk? That's what that is. Cool D&D riddles that guys got to figure out. Oh. Like actual, like, old school riddles, like, crawls in the morning, walks on 2 feet in the afternoon, and walks with 3 feet in the evening, kind of thing. That kind of shit. All right, if I can think, you know, a good source of riddles, some really good ones that'd be cool, like, to see if the guys know them, are the ones from The Hobbit. There's a couple really good ones from The Hobbit, like at least 3 or 4. One that has to do with teeth, another one that has to do with an egg, and that'd be kind of like a cool callback that somebody in the audience might remember them. I don't know if. That's exactly it. Did you know that one, Turk? Oh wait, did he fucking do that in the movie? Was that one in the movie? Because I know there was a couple that weren't in the movie. Because that went on for like a couple. There was like a couple back and forth. Nice. Well, I mean, you remembered it. I wonder if the guys would. Yeah, but I'll think of that. I liked coming up. I came up with this one. You know what I also like are not traps, but like puzzles you have to figure out. Like I made up this one for this one shot of where like you saw this. There was like a table with all these different little jars of like little not jars, but little bowls of different powders and shit. And obviously it was like an alchemist kind of table. And I think I had it written out where it was like you saw a ghost doing a couple different things with it, but if you watched the ghost, it would keep appearing. You would see like a pattern to make a certain potion or something. That kind of stuff's fun too. Right on. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll look up what I did because I think I still have it written somewhere in my Dropbox. Actually, I'll shoot it over to you if you want. Those things are always kind of I always think are cool. Depends on the players if they like them. You know what I mean? Like little puzzle things you have to do. Not too difficult, but kind of fun. Right. Yeah. Yep. There's got to be a way to do your battles a little more cinematic too. Just like not that you don't, you kind of do this anyway. I feel like you do it anyway, where you don't the monsters don't tend to have a whole lot of hit points, so you don't have to keep going back and forth. You know what I mean? Like if somebody lands a cool blow, it does pretty good damage. Let that be what happens. You know what I mean? That's not a bad idea either, where you don't even have to you don't have to have them actually figure out if they roll well on their int or their wisdom or whatever else they got to do. All right, I'm gonna get off stream. I'm gonna chill out. And you boys have a great night. I will see you tomorrow night. I'll stop in to say hi tomorrow night, McTeddy. Before the drunks come on. Yeah, you do. Let me know how that goes, man. Y'all have a great night. Viva la dungeon!